সাংবাদিক বন্ধুগণ, আজকে এখানে এই সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে আমাদের আমন্ত্রণ গ্রহণের জন্য আমি সবাইকে কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাচ্ছি। I welcome everyone, media friends from the state and from outside also. Many press persons arrived in here. I welcome you in the state of Tripura. Now, our General Secretary, Comrade lSitaram echuri, speak before you.
Good morning to everybody. Well, the first point I would like to make is I've been here for the last 2 days during the course of the campaign. Of course, we've been coming here fairly regularly, almost every 2 weeks. But one thing is very palpable during the campaign in the last 2 days that I could see. The mood of the people of Tripura is for a change. That is very, very clear. It is not so much of saying that for this policy I am supporting you, I am supporting the left front, I am supporting this combination of secular forces, but it is to restore the rule of law, restore peace and democracy in the state. That is the overwhelming sentiment of the people that is very, very palpable and visible. And that could be gauged by the fact that the reign of terror that was unleashed, the attacks on democratic norms and practices that took place in the last 5 years, coupled with very, very deep misrule and corruption. These were the dominant issues that people were coming voluntarily and informing me, saying that you please end this rule and help us to live a normal life without harassment and repression. So that was the first sentiment that I would like to express to all of you, that the people of Tripura want relief. They want relief from this sort of an oppressive rule, and they want normal governance and solution to their problems. What last 5 years have done in terms of people's problems, that Comrade Jitin will explain to you in much greater authenticity and degree of knowledge. But another factor which I would like to draw your attention is that looking at this mood of the people, there seems to be a very desperate urge to overcome the people's dissatisfaction against this BJP misrule by big use of money and muscle power. Already reports have come in that directly from the central government and misusing central government agencies, money power has already begun to be distributed, and this way they are distorting democracy and a level playing field. Secondly, there are also threats and intimidations that have begun. For 3 days before the polling, the general apprehension is that there could be very serious law and order problems created by the BJP. And this can be possible only if there is a tacit support or a permission given unofficially by the administration. This has to be stopped. We have appealed to the Election Commission at Delhi, the Central Election Commission. Our delegation will go and meet the Chief Electoral Commission in Delhi today and urge upon him that according to the Constitution of India, the Election Commission is the only authority that has the powers and the mandate to ensure a free and fair election. And they should make sure that such gross misuse of administrative positions by the BJP, central and the state governments, that should be immediately stopped Secondly, the elections must be conducted under the strict provision of the central forces that the election commission will send, and the voter intimidation that Tripura has seen in the past. If that has to stop, it should be the central forces and not forces drawn from BJP ruled states that we hear are being deployed here. In a general election, we can understand state governments being asked to assist the holding of the conduct of the elections because of the shortage of forces. But in this sort of an election, where there are only just 3 states which are going into election now, that too in the northeast, this cannot be an excuse that there is a shortage of central paramilitary forces. So that must be seriously examined and curbed by the election commission. But the protection to the voters and the confidence that must be given cannot be confined only to the polling booth. This has to be given through a general campaign conducted by the election commission. They have done it in the past. They've done it in the past where there are parades by the Central Armed Forces. They take out marches in local areas in order to instill the confidence among the people that they can fearlessly come to vote. Such practices must be implemented in the coming 3-4 days before the polling takes place. So as far as our appeal to all the secular democratic forces in Tripura, the primacy now is not a question of who will win, who will lose. Only one victory is what is required for people of Tripura, and that is restoration of democracy and the rule of law. And for that we have appealed to all secular democratic forces to unite. And that appeal goes out to the people also, and they are responding, I must say, and the response has been very, very enthusiastic so far. So they come with their own problems. They come with the promises that the last, BJP made 5 years ago about teachers' recruitment. The reality is 10 lakh teachers, the number has reduced. About Rega, 10,000 has reduced. Rega, it was the highest in the country, and from the center, people were actually surprised how Tripura could give so many mandates in a year, which major states could not give. It crossed at one time 92 days in a year. Now it has come down to 8 days. 8. You have the various other promises that are done. The Forest Rights Act. Tripura had the highest number of pattas being given to tribals for ownership of the forest land in the country. That has virtually been destroyed. We were because we traditionally have our left government, CPIM-led government in Kerala. We were very surprised that for 1 year Tripura surpassed Kerala in being the most literate state in the country. Today it has gone back and fallen back into being one of the more illiterate states in the country. These 5 years have seen also this total, not merely misrule, but actually a drastic fall in people's livelihood conditions and levels. So for all these factors, we are appealing to the people of Tripura, to all political parties who believe in democracy and the rule of law and the Constitution of India, to ensure the defeat of the BJP and restore the path of democracy and prosperity for the people of Tripura. That has been the central appeal. I'll have more campaigns to undertake today, more public meetings to attend, and I'm sure that this, what I have conveyed to you, will be strengthened further when I interact with more people. Now,
yeah. I'd like to just supplement what Comrade Echuri said, that in our state, in previous elections, what we have witnessed, the political parties, they set their agenda. they release their manifesto, and accordingly they motivate the people to vote in favor of that party or that alliance. But this time it is very much unprecedented and also very much significant that people themselves, they have set their agenda, that of course the development etc., it is very much essential, but unless rule of law and the democratic environment that does not prevail, then nothing happens. So that's why, to defeat this anti-people and also the party which does not have any respect to the Indian constitution, this government must go. This party should be defeated. And accordingly, today in these elections, that there are peoples are almost, it is divided into camps. In one hand, the BJP and all its, that is other, what will say, their allies, those who are against the people, against the people's policy and democracy. In other hand, all secular democratic forces are together. And we, the left, we are leading this camp, and we are getting tremendous response. And why I am saying so, that the areas in the state of Tripura, even till 58th month, 59th month of this 5 years rule, there were number of areas there any democratic activity of any opposition political party, it was restricted, disbanded. That is, physical attack, other thing happens. The party offices are destroyed and not allowed to, that is, function from there. Even while we sought the assistance or the support from the administration, that also was not available. But during this time, almost everywhere, people from their own, the opposition political parties from their own, by the support of the people, party offices, it has started functioning and activities are on. So this is the sign of the people's mood, that democracy and rule of law should prevail in the state of Tripura. And this election, the people, they are, that is, taking it as an advantage to exercise that responsibility as a patriotic citizen. Then secondly, I like to cite another thing, that how this BJP is bankrupt. During last 5 years, in 2018 elections, they have made tall promises. Through their vision document, 299 promises they have provided. And in all these promises, the earmark was that what left-hand government achieved in last 25 years, in every sector, either it is job, either it is infrastructure, either it is pay and salary, either it is any kind of benefit, that will be minimum double, even redouble and more. And they termed it as the double engine government. So double engine government will do everything whatever, that is, during last 25 years the left-hand government achieved. But this time, yesterday, their president, national president, Mr. J.P. Nadda ji, have released their poll promises in the name of the উন্নত ত্রিপুরা শ্রেষ্ঠ ত্রিপুরা সংকল্প পত্র 2023. There, that 200, no mention of that, what they have achieved during last 5 years, that tall promises, except some very false claim like that. What they are saying that 7 central pay commission to the employees have been implemented. Nothing. Even the legitimate DA also not released. What was that is due during last 5 years, only half of that DA released today. Nothing about the Central Pay Commission or 7 Pay Commission. Then they have claimed that there are so many other false claims they made in their Sankalp Patra before coming to their new promises. That is, nothing has been done, say on the education, on the farmers' welfare. Everywhere that is all hollow. There's nothing that is there in any substance to mention what during last 5 years they have done. Actually, nothing has been done except that unleashing the reign of terror and exploiting the people and butchering the democracy. So if there is anything to claim during last 5 years they have achieved, only those things. Now they have made the 24 points Sankalpa Patra. And what is there? There are some schemes. Actually, that schemes are not implemented by the state government. Say the Ujjwala Yojana or any health insurance, etc. So central government can't implement any such project, particularly for any particular state, any single state. If Ujjwala Yojana or the health program has to be implemented in the central project, central schemes, it has to come from there. But they have put it in their promises. And secondly, how funny they ridicule the people, and not ridiculing, it is actually insult to the indigenous people, the tribal people of the state. They said that Tripura Janajati Vikas Yojana, annual finance assistance of rupees 5,000 to scheduled tribe families. What was the promises in last election? That a empowered committee will be constituted. That empowered committee under the Ministry of Home Affairs, they will consult with all the stakeholders, state government and the regional political parties and tribal organizations in the state of Tripura, and they recommend certain, that is programs. During last 5 years, only after 1.5 years or 2 years, that committee was constituted and they visited twice or thrice. People of Tripura do not know actually what recommendation really they have submitted to the government. Nothing. But in contrary, what we have seen, that Tripura tribal area, autonomous areas under 6th schedule, which is supposed to be empowered, and the desire of the people, the aspiration of the people is that 6th schedule, that should be amended by the parliament, because that was formulated during 1950s. In the 21st century, automatically or naturally that must be some look into that. And there because of our struggle, left parties in the state, one bill has been placed before the parliament. Last 5 years it is lying there idle.
You voted.
In the name of the 125th Constitution Amendment Bill, that is still lying. And there are certain recommendations. Our party, Ganamukti Parishad, we also submitted certain recommendations. But no, that is, they have not adhered to pay any attention to that. And today again they are coming with this proposal that 5,000. And last time lSitaram came 1 year ago. I think many of our press friends, they were, they attended her press conference, that 1,300 crore is being given to the TTADC and for the welfare of the tribal people. I don't know whether 13 rupees came or not. Then again they are saying that establish the Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikka Tribal University in Gandasara. It is again ridiculing the people. In their 2018 manifesto, there were the promises that in each and every constituency there will be a degree college, where no degree college is there. That is about 40 to 45 degree college supposed to be there in during last 5 years. Then there are the promises of that medical college in each district, and first medical college will come up there in Dhalai district. And you know, our one MP, she is called in Tripura Chappa MP and became the minister, Pratima Bhumik. In Udaipur she declared that not only in Ambassa, that medical college is coming up in Udaipur also in her constituency. But today, that colleges, that medical colleges, universities, all missing. And not only that, you know, left-hand government, we have established an university in the name of the Maharaja Bir Bikram University within the Bir Bikram College, that complex. And very sorry state of affairs, that MBB called Maharaja Bir Bikram College is manned by one RSS man as Vice Chancellor. Now that university has become the RSS Akhra. It has become a RSS Akhra. No faculty members, nothing. During last 5 years, the number of courses got reduced, number of faculty members reduced, number of students reduced. Again they are, that is, fooling the people that in the name of the, after the name of Maharaja Bir Bikram, there will be a college there, a university in, Ari Baba, you first open up college then university. And it is there in Gandasara. So this is how they are fooling these people of the state. And again I like to say, last time in 2018, their manifesto, that vision document was released by late Finance Minister Arun Jaitley ji. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was also a member of the parliament that time. For long days he was missing in the parliament. But suddenly one day I have seen in the newspaper that Arun Jaitley is going to Agartala to take part of the campaign. Or how come he was lying in the Aims then? Then I came to know he was managed to be brought here. And he came and he promised the people, मैं हिंदुस्तान का वित्त मंत्री हूँ, मेरा पास सिंदूक का चाबी है, त्रिपुरा का ये विजन डॉक्यूमेंट को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए जितना राशि चाहिए हम दूंगा. But this time why Nirmala Sitharaman is missing? I think she's supposed to come and tell the people and get the what else, confidence with the people here. So this is how the mockery they are making with this election, and how they are really cheating the people of the state. And Comrade echuri mentioned that the people's vote is for change, and that BJP also realizing and witnessing. Till today, number of their stalwarts leaders already came. Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath, and Himanta Biswa Sarma has become the daily passenger at the cost of the Assam's people. I don't know why he is coming every day in the late night by certain flight. Whether any mystery is there, I don't know. But the response from the people is very, very, what I'll say, poor, which was there during last 5 years ago. Today, everything is missing because of their misrule. And BJP, what the information from the very level sources we have been receiving, they are distributing all liquid cashes, and till today, according to the sources, more than 4 crore has been confiscated by the police. But in the other states, we find while such money is confiscated, immediately it comes to the media, newspaper. From the administration itself, it is disclosed. But mysteriously, it is not being done. I like to appeal the civil electoral officer that it should come to the public notice. Then there are incidents that this time, if it is with the what will say good intention of the ECI, it is good, and we have the confidence and believe upon the ECI. That huge number of central paramilitary forces already arrived in, and that also we are not understanding why. Normally, during these elections, the central or state paramilitary forces generally their requisition, but this time Assam State Police and Gujarat Police, I don't know whether any intention of bringing state police. It is not supposed to be. I have not, only at least I have not seen in previous elections. But this available and huge number of paramilitary forces should be optimally utilized. This is not everywhere, but in some places, selective areas in constituencies, the forces are not being utilized. We have to request the ECI that this aspect should be looked into, because in some places, Devur study also in Khairpur constituency, then in Sunamara, there are incidents that from the BJP goons, like the previous times, they attack other thing, sporadically it is happening. If these forces would have been optimally utilized, that it would have happened, it could have been avoided. So in days to come, another 5 to 6 days is left. ECI should be more strict and stricter, and not only within the polling station, polling booth, even outside the booth also, in peripheral areas, that should also dominated by the CPIM. Neither the what they have done during last 2019 and this by-election of Chappa Mukhyamantri, there will be chance to to repeat this thing. So these are the things are going on.
Good. Any questions now?
Question to Mr. Echuri sir and of course Jitendra. You have said that the main question is not who wins or who loses. Rather, the main question is restoration of democracy. And Jitendra added here that among the two camps, the one camp is BJP and his lackeys, and the other is all the non-BJP parties in which the left is taking lead. Some of the non-BJP parties, you had earlier appealed to the secular democratic party, forces, including Congress and the parties and the Tripura Motha. Congress has found a bandwagon with you. What about the Motha? What is there inside of understanding?
No, I think Tripura Motha by this time in number of occasions in his press conferences, was a public meeting, openly he cited that we should, that is, come together to avoid the splitting of vote and give passage to the BJP. And BJP, like in the other states, here also some divide and rules, that games is they are playing. So we try to have to that is arrive in an understanding with them also, but at the last moment it could not be happen. But still we do believe there some sort of locally, if not at the state level, some sort of that come the arrangement, it will take place, because BJP, it is enemy of everyone and enemy of the indigenous people, the Tripura people very much.
So you are saying locally there might be an adjustment with the Tripura Motha and the left?
That I'm saying, that is anti-BJP all forces.
Well, first thing is, let me clarify. When I said it's not a question who will win or who will lose, I added there saying that democracy must win.
Yeah.
Please understand that. Otherwise, it looks like we are indifferent when everybody winning. It is a democracy must win. The rule of law must prevail. Local level adjustments, ma'am, always means local level. We can't answer it from here. So it all depends. It all depends at the constituency level. If the division of vote is helping the BJP, there could be some understanding that'll emerge in order to ensure.
कॉमरेड सीता, क्या माना जाए कि आपने कहा मूड चेंज का मूड है
जी,
लेकिन क्या माना जाए कि हंग असेंबली बनने की संभावना ज्यादा दिख रही है जिस तरह ट्रायंगुलर फाइट दिख रही है?
जी नहीं, अगर मूड है बदलाव का तो जनता की राय निर्णायक होगी। जनता की राय कभी भी अगर बदलाव का मूड है तो कोई हंग असेंबली आने की संभावना कभी ना, मतलब अनुभव दिखाता है ना संभव है। तो हमारे हिसाब से ये स्पष्ट रूप से आज ये मूड चेंज का जो मूड है उसका मतलब है कि एक वैकल्पिक सरकार आएगी, कोई हंग नहीं होगा। उनकी मतलब आज की जो सरकार है उसकी हार और विकल्प का जीत।
In case there is a hung assembly, will you then talk again to Tripura Motha?
Again, I'm saying there won't be. You're saying if there is. No. I mean, politics is not speculation. No, when that comes, then we'll see.
Speculation also.
I'm saying it won't be a hung assembly.
Who is your CM face?
I'm sorry.
Who is your CM face?
The elected MLAs will decide. They'll seek your opinion if you have any.
আচ্ছা জিতেন্দ্র, নির্বাচন কমিশন বলছে জিরো ভায়োলেন্স পোল হবে ত্রিপুরাতে, সেই ব্যাপারে আপনারা কি মনে করছেন ত্রিপুরাতে জিরো ভায়োলেন্স পোল হবে?
না, আমরা সেটাই বারবার বলছি যে নির্বাচন কমিশনের প্রতি আমাদের আস্থা আছে এবং এরা যদি চায় জিরো ভায়োলেন্স, এটা 100% সম্ভব এবং কিছু পদক্ষেপও তারা নিয়েছেন, নেননি কথা বলছি না, কিন্তু কিছু কিছু ঘটনা এটা একদম লাগাতার বা ইয়েতে বলবো না আমি, এটা আইসোলেটেডও হতে পারে, বিক্ষিপ্ত হতে পারে। এটা যেন এই যে জিরো পোল ভায়োলেন্স মিশন যে ঘোষণা করেছে ইসিআই, শাসক দল ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টি এটাকেই চ্যালেঞ্জ করছে। তো সেদিক থেকে আমরা বলছি যে জনগণ কিন্তু এটা মেনে নেবে না। ত্রিপুরার যে জনগণ বলছে, if ECI failed to ensure that free and fair election and that environment is created, people are ready to face any eventuality. This is the situation.
So how do you see into, because left and Congress was opponent to each other, Other says is were arch rivals. So now these two coming together, how do you see into the people? Because you have to convince your people at the Congress also. So are they ready to accept that?
You see, people are always more mature than what you and I assess them to be. When there was an attack on democracy during the period of internal emergency, the people said, all of you unite, restore democracy. And the very same people today who are destroying democracy were also, they also came and joined in this fight for restoration of democracy. Today's secular democratic foundations of the Indian Republic are being destroyed. So people are saying, all who are prepared to safeguard the Constitution of India, safeguard democracy, safeguard secular democracy, all of you must unite. The urge for unity is not from the leaders of the parties. The urge from unity is what the pressure from the people. People are putting the pressure, saying you come together to defend the secular democratic republic. We are responding to that. So it's not that we have to convince the people. The people are trying to convince us, saying that why your division is helping BJP. That's exactly what we are also telling the Motha and what we were talking about some local level thing. That division of the anti-BJP vote should not allow them to give them advantage. Yeah. Anything else?
So, okay.
Okay. Thank you. See you after the results on the 2nd of March.
Sir, is there any
With an alternative government, that is.
Is there any estimation on your part in how many areas this local level adjustment might be required?
How many?
This local level adjustment you are mentioning, sir.
That
is
will
there
be-
any estimation how many areas it might be required?
That only the local level situation will determine. Yeah.
And you will have support to that.
That local level, when people decide, they decide. There is no question of any.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.